Well, out there I felt like that was somewhat of a typical first event. You had some rust, you had some nerves, you had some, poor execution at times. But having said that, there were some really strong bright points as well. I felt like we made a bunch of birdies. We just had a few too many mistakes. So I'm looking for this week, getting a different field, different course, but another opportunity for us to kind of clean up some of the areas where we struggled before, but also take some of the bright spots and build on them.
We talked about a little bit in the offseason. You got that group of seniors that have been here for a while, and Taylor shot a 70 in the final round, the first one, and Sydney came out strong after not really playing a whole lot last year. Let's talk about that group.
Well, they do have a lot of experience. Counting on them a lot. Obviously, they make my job easier every week at practice. So no surprises for them. When they go to tournaments, they're ready to go. They understand the nerves. They understand how to prepare themselves for the rounds, and we count on that leadership every week.
Does it make it tougher or easier as a coach now that they've got that taste of the NCAA regionals in their mouth to want to go back there again? Does that make it harder or a little easier?
I think that they all have that as the light at the end of the tunnel. They understand that it's not going to happen right now in the fall, but they're looking for opportunities to build and get better, moving towards that goal at the end. I mean, we'd love to be in the position at the end of the year where we're not counting on a conference victory to get into regionals. We want to do it, take care of things with our rankings and get in that large if that needs to be. So I think that's the goal for them, and I think that's what they're looking forward to.
On the other side of all the experience that we just talked about, you've got the relative rookie in Fatty, and the Sun Belt champion last year, and picked up right where she left off a couple weeks ago.
Well, I think she really benefited from a lot of summer play, played a lot back home in Spain, gained a lot of experience, took some of the things she learned last year as a freshman, and I see her really putting that to use in her game now that she's come back. Even though it's just been one tournament and a few weeks of practice, I see a lot of those lessons that she learned as a freshman kind of being applied now, and she just seems more mature as a player.
With a limited schedule in the fall, what do you want to get out of these couple months before you guys take a break?
Well, you want to create opportunities for people to get chances to play and see what they can do in tournaments, outside of just qualifying and playing at home. So I'm trying to create opportunities to get everybody a chance to play a little bit and just see what they can do, build that experience, because you never know who you're going to need to count on in the spring.
Playing against Texas A&M and those big schools was a real confidence booster that, we didn't play our best, but we hung in there. And hopefully with a little more big-name competition like that coming forward, we'll be able to contend again in the regionals. We have Florida State's tournament and Mississippi State, which is a great opportunity for us to show that we can compete with those big schools.
How much did you guys learn about yourself playing in the regional last year?
Oh gosh, that was an experience that the five of us that got to play will never forget. It was great getting to stand on the tee box with teams from Kentucky, and we played with some big schools the entire week that made us feel like we weren't just this little old school from Alabama, and we can compete with them and beat them to some degree.
Fired 2 under your last round down at Texas A&M. What was the difference for you in that third round, and where do you feel your game is at personally right now?
Well, the third round was really like, the first 2 rounds I hadn't given it everything I had, and I knew that we needed a score to kind of round out the event, and I think that just going out there and doing my best, I got really a lot of birdie looks, and they actually fell on the last round, and I think that really helped, and hopefully that'll lead over into this next tournament, and we'll all be ready to kick some butt.
How motivated are you guys to get that national ranking up to where you could get in a large spot this year in case things don't go your way at the conference tournament?
So motivated. The 5 seniors on the team we want all we can get out of this year, and I think that along with maybe another title is our biggest goal.
I think the last tournament really got us ready and motivated to play well the rest of the season. So I think this tournament, going into it, we're ready to go and do our best and pull out a win if we can. So
defending Sun Belt Conference champions, everybody's back from last year. How much confidence does that give y'all heading into this year?
I definitely think it gives us confidence. I think we know that we're able and capable to win and to do well, but I think each and every one of us have goals ahead of us that we're all working towards. So I think we're focusing on those goals rather than looking at the past. We're still looking at the future.
before y'all are seniors now. Can you believe that? Is it kind of hard to believe that this is?
Yes, it is crazy to think how fast the last few years have gone by, and to think that this is our last year here. It is amazing, and it has been an amazing experience, and it's just incredible to think that it's almost over. It's wild.